Well, good morning, folks. Welcome back to the farm. Beautiful, beautiful Saturday morning here.
That feels like I think I hear dancing.
You hear dancing?
I
I think the neighbors are in the shop fixing their grader. And Carmen's already took off for the day. She's going to a horse clinic. Hopefully she can learn some stuff and bring back to the farm to teach these little kidlets about horsemanship. Anyways, just getting the kids loaded up here. Come on, Charlotte. We're gonna head over, well, I'm gonna hook onto a trailer and then head over to the brother-in-law's, get a couple silage bales, because the sheep have chewed down.
Do you have a brother-in-law?
Yeah, Uncle Scott. Right, that's where we're going. Better get that all cleaned off so we can see where we're going. So we're back from the brother-in-law's with our 2 silage bales. It would have been, I was kind of thinking maybe it would be cool to have 3, because they could have 1 in here with the lambing ewes, and then 1 out in the pasture, and then have a hot spare kind of thing. But I don't quite have enough trailer. I could probably do it, but I maybe would be precariously, have something hanging off the edge. So that's not my jam. Anyways, I'm just gonna come check on the girls here, see if anybody lambed. Nobody had lambed at 7 o'clock when I come out, and I went out at 11 o'clock or 11:30ish last night, and nobody had lambed either. It was so gorgeous out here last night. It was about 9 degrees and the sky was just crystal clear. You could see the whole, like every star in the sky you could see. Just beautiful. And I could hear this noise. It was just like background noise, but it was like a beeping, and I was like, is that beeping or squeaking? Anyways, there's a drilling rig off to the south there, and that's what it was. It was the brake handle. The squeaking you can hear right now, though, is the 2 puppies. Looks like Carmen left Ben in with the sheep. Hey, how you doing there, buddy? You probably want to come out of there, don't you? Yeah, come on out, bud. Come on out. Like, come around the fence. Come on. There you go. Come on out. Enough jail time for him. Anyways, looks like no new lambs, so that's okay, I guess. It sure would be nice to, come on, ladies. Let's get at it. The sun is shining. But they will probably wait until next week. I think Tuesday, Wednesday, we're supposed to get another couple inches of snow and plunge back for a short stint in the freezer. So that's probably most likely when they'll start lambing again. I'm going to close up this panel here. Stop the sheep from coming in the barn. Andrew, you get out of here too. Go on out. Go on out. Come on. Let's go out. Come on. Come on out. Tricked ya. Because we're going to let the new puppy Marshall, he's been living in his pen here overnight with the ewes, just getting used to the livestock. But we want to let him out, let him stretch his legs during the day. Let the other dogs come up to the fence, sniff him. He can still sniff the sheep, but there's no physical interaction. There's no opportunity for him to paw at or nip or do something. How you doing, buddy? Do something that perhaps he shouldn't, and get some negative behavioral traits going. I swear, I think we got the wrong breed of dog here. We've had that before, not us, but other folks we know, where they buy a dog, a specific breed, and it turns out that it's something completely different. But if you were to look at him today, like that's like a Labrador Retriever all day long, hey? But he's supposed to be Pyrenees Kangal Cross. So we'll see. Where do you want to be when you grow up, buddy? Hey? It remains to be seen. At the end of the day, I don't really care as long as he didn't eat any of my chickens. All right, we're in the shop here now, and the girls are over there looking for chewing gum. You didn't find any chewing gum? Okay, too bad, so sad. Anyways, I'm looking for a tiny little screwdriver. So Charlotte was in the bathroom earlier and she was hollering at me, so I come over there and I heard something hit the floor. And at that time, I thought, because Finn was right on my heels, I'm like, oh, she probably dropped like a bead or the cap off of a crayon or something like that. But it was actually a pin out of my watch strap. And the watch strap didn't separate. I was 10 minutes later, actually getting boots and coats on the girls, and all of a sudden my watch fell off my wrist. So yeah, they all screw in those little pins. I'm gonna try and put it back together here. That one's tight. That one's not. It is now. Get this side while we're at it. All right, with the watch all fixed, we're down here now at the dugout. This is our main dugout. Our sheep actually come in here first, typically in the spring, because you know when they're lactating heavily, they need really good access to water, and that's really good access to water, I would say. Unfortunately, it's not as good access as it used to be because the level within the dugout has dropped significantly, and with no substantial snowpack, as you can see, things are melting, and that level is not coming up. But the creek is flowing through. It's kind of an ephemeral draw is what it is. We call it the creek, but it's an ephemeral draw. So as weather permits, aka snow melt or heavy rainfall, it does flow through the neighbor's place and then onto ours and then down and out to the lake there. So what we're going to do, because it's an ephemeral draw, it's not a fish-bearing stream, we are going to try, anyways, attempt to take the trash pump out of that creek and fill the dugout. And when I say fill, I mean, I don't know if this, 12 hours of trash pump giving her will do anything at all. I'm not sure. But I got to do something because that's down, probably 4.5 feet from where it should be. That's not good. That's a lot of water. And so when the original occupants of this farm, when they came here and they dug that dugout, they did trench a ditch in here specifically so that it could fill the dugout. But that ditch runs uphill, so not very effective. We could do some damming work upstream to actually, if you get my jive, right? Basically force it to come this way, but that's not cool either. So because it would back up onto the neighbor's place. But there is kind of an oxbow here where, so the creek flows by, you can see on the other side of the neighbor's place. But if I put my trash pump hose here on my side of the fence, my trash pump and everything, I should be able to pump clear to the dugout, and it will just gravity feed and come around is the plan. Fingers crossed that works. The only thing that can really make this not work is if the pump doesn't work. And I'm certainly not one to preach about anything, but I will say it's very, very important to put your stuff away in the fall. Take care of it over the winter. I didn't put my pump away in the fall. I drained it, but I never got to hauling it back up to the shop and keeping it inside. So it sat outside here all winter. Super good for it. And the recoil doesn't recoil. It just pulls out, and then you get about a 2-inch recoil, which 2 inches of pull cord is not enough to get that trash pump going. So we're gonna rip back up to the shop and give it a WD-40 bath and see if we can't get that thing recoiling properly. I tell you, I didn't film this because I didn't think it was going to be possible, and I thought I'm going to pull on this thing. But I filled it up with gas, put the choke on, sprayed a little bit of WD-40 on the recoil. First pull, there you go. That's Honda power for you right there. All right, so we're back here down in the dugout. Got some hose strung out. Got some actually this is old fire hose, this red stuff and the yellow stuff. This old fire hose that didn't pass the test. It's got to hold 300 PSI every year to pass the test. So if it's seeping or weeping or a little bit of a mist coming off, she's a no-go, no good for frontline service. Funnily enough, this utility hose that I had, this is probably about 5 years old, that blue stuff that I got from Princess Auto, is like a full-on garden sprinkler, and there's more that is leaking out the side than is coming out the end. So I got 2 more lengths of the old fire hose up at the house, so I'm going to rip back up. But while I go, I'm just going to let it pump, and it can just, I'm over the bank now. I'm just not right at the dugout edge. But I'll go get one more length, I think, and get us right in there. Is it working, Charlotte? Yeah? Right on. All right, we're back up in the yard here now. Finn's finished her little nap there. While she was having a sleep and the pump's running down at the dugout, I come up here and I moved the old Starlink because we had about 84% unobstructed vision of the sky, and the other 16% I'm sure was just looking directly at blue shop wall. So I moved it up right to the top, so it's basically right at the peak there, or right at the roof line. It's actually above it just about 2 inches. The reason I wanted to do that, I can't have any interruptions tonight because my buddy Robin's coming over, and we're going to do a live stream on our joint channel Smoke and Oak. So that's going to be a good time. We're going to have some whiskey, going to have a cigar, and I think we're going to talk about increasing self-sufficiency without increasing cost. So that's a very interesting subject. I can't wait to dive into that one. But for now, I got two little girls that want to go inside, drink some hot chocolate, watch some Paw Patrol. And they've been troopers all morning, just helping me with chores and getting stuff done. So I better get after that. So I'll let you go for now. I hope you have a fantastic afternoon. Love to see you this evening, and we'll talk to you next time.
Nay.
What does the horsey say, Finn?
Nay.
Ride him, cowgirl.